So
the start is, what is your clothing line and what is it about?
all right, well, my clothing line is 420 The Highway. It's basically a clothing line representing the culture of and a movement that everyone's been fighting for years, which is the legalization of marijuana. So basically, I just wanted to start a clothing line, basically, for people to be able to express themselves um, through the culture and to the culture.
So what would be your overall goal? Like, what do you expect to accomplish?
Well, basically just getting it out there for people to be able to, know about the culture itself. You know what I'm saying? I want people to enjoy, being in the culture as well. And basically, for one day fighting and, for what we believe in, which is the legalization of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? That's the main goal.
So the main goal would be for people to express themselves.
Yeah, and they express themselves through my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Letting people aware of, what they want them to know. Like you see somebody with our outfit on, you link up that way with others. You know what I'm saying? It's like a big community of people that's involved and they like network with one another.
So in Wisconsin, they did do a referendum for legalization of weed, and it passed.
They did.
But what people don't do is follow up with their legislators. So after this video, I actually saved all the links so people can email their legislators and make them work on legalizing weed in the next session. I looked at the session notes. They don't even have it on the docket yet.
That exactly. And my thing is, Wisconsin is an island full of states that actually have either medical or may even have medical and recreational legal. And so I feel like Wisconsin should also get on board, just because what was the point of one referendum? The people spoke. Mm-hmm. So if the people spoke, it should be, listened to. Mm-hmm. And it starts with, people only know about certain branches of the government. You know what I'm saying? They don't know where to start. And at some point in time, we have to learn that, there's 3 different branches, and you got to know which branch to be able to reach out to get things done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But they don't play a fair game.
Right. They're going to try to. It's going to take a while.
I don't think it's going to take a while, because that's like sort of the purpose of me doing these web series and things like that, is to educate people. So like when I get done editing and I put everything out, I want you to promote it too. Only because we need people to actually push their legislators. And I literally have links for everything, so to just be on like an end page. Right. And I'm gonna like suggest people pause it or whatever, or like do 3 or 4 tiles so they can get the information down. But they have to. Petition their legislators. Like
for sure, like for instance, like people are literally going to jail for this, and going to jail and getting locked up for long times for this type of stuff. For instance, I could have been a victim of myself of that. And I don't think it's fair, especially when there's harder drugs out than marijuana that's actually claiming the...
Let me correct that. Marijuana is not a drug.
It's an herb.
Yes. It's a medicine.
Yes. It is a medicine.
That's like classifying tobacco as not a medicine.
But the thing is, you're right about that. And you're right about that. It is a medicine. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know much about weed themselves. You know what I'm saying? All they really know is that it's weed, and what people said that it was a gateway drug. Right. Other than that, people don't know all of the effects that we can have due to, for instance, strokes, seizures, high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It helps
Anxiety.
with anxiety. You know what I'm saying? And then there's so many ways you can actually take it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know the difference between the cannabinoids versus the actual THC itself, which a lot of people don't know. You can do CBD and don't get high from CBD.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It just gives you
enjoy the benefits.
And enjoy the benefits. You know what I'm saying? You pain, everything. You know what I'm saying?
All of that stuff.
So it's like, why not? You know, this can help people, but instead you pushing pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm.
When this stuff can be picked up by pharmaceuticals and it's a lot healthier for the people.
Yeah.
You know, like, so.
I'd rather it not be picked up by pharmaceuticals. They ain't gonna do nothing but inflate the price. But fuck that.
I mean, they probably will.
And they gonna add other stuff to it. You know, they gonna put their little sprinkle.
Get in the video. They probably will.
They gonna put get the little sprinkle of whatever in there. You know, because that's what it is. That's what pharmaceuticals do. You know.
I mean, but at the same time, like, we can't let pharmaceuticals keep pushing the narcotic agenda.
Or the opiates. Exactly.
And the opiates.
Exactly.
They can't keep pushing that agenda.
Our people at a higher rate than the marijuana, and they pushing the marijuana off to the side, and it's actually more beneficial than the opiates are.
Like a lot of people that have cancer, why not use something and make medicines to,
like a herb,
a herbal
therapy for cancer, for the healing of cancer.
Well, I think the main problem with that, and it's just my opinion, that people fail to realize that doctors work for them. And so they take the advice of the doctor, even though it might be contrary to their overall well-being and health. That's just a whole other thing I need to educate people on, but that's the main reason. And
in my opinion, I feel it's more of a money issue. The government is about making money. You know what I'm saying? And right now, pharmaceuticals are so big to where people are so addicted to them, to where they're making money off the pharmaceuticals. And now, for instance, if they do so happen to get into the weed industry, you have Colorado, who has probably hundreds of dispensaries, whether they're recreational or medical. You have California that has, you know, many dispensaries, whether they're recreational or medical. Same as Michigan, same as Washington, D.C., same as Maine, same as now Chicago. Like,
the thing about it is you have to look at it on a broader span. And the broader span is that the government, when they are providing the opiates and the narcotics, like, they're not looking to actually heal people. You know what I'm saying? They're keeping people sick so that they can keep capitalizing off of people illnesses and being unhealthy. So when you say, okay, let's bring the CBD into the picture, that could actually heal people, which could slow the profit side of it down. Which is why I feel like they won't open the gates to marijuana, because that's actually probably going to heal people and keep people from being sick and having to go to the doctor and treat so much.
For instance, look at Canada. Canada has a federal legal, well, let me reword it different because it sounds crazy. So Canada has federally legal weed. You see what I'm saying? Also, they also have federally legal medical care for people. You know what I'm saying? But you don't hear a lot of people in Canada really getting sick because they have legal marijuana.
Exactly.
I mean, legal marijuana.
And that's what I'm saying. The United States is based on a capitalized. I mean, if it ain't about the almighty dollar, they shoot it down. So again, like doing research on like opiates and stuff, you find out that they putting shit in there that's gonna make people sick 50 and 20 years down the line after they then took this shit. That's creating other health problems in the process of trying to be healed.
It's not the government though. It's not the government. I disagree with the characterization.
Well,
okay, so in your opinion,
or pharmaceutical.
Well, if you don't think it's the government, so what do you think?
Well, it's the corporations who are making a shit ton of money off it. They lobby the government entities to change laws that affect them positively. So with the opiates, that was the Sellers family. The Sellers family made a shit ton of money, and it didn't disproportionately affect our community as far as the black community as it did the white community. So they took out the middle class white people with the opiates because they were overprescribing it to kids and teenagers for small shit. The kids got addicted to it and ended up going to heroin, and a lot of people died. So they actually
now, okay. Now, I'm going to say this I'm going to say this right now to say that eventually. Look at the stock market. Okay. There was this weed stock that I've actually been watching for years. It's a marijuana stock called Canopy. It's called Canopy Growth. Okay. Now, when I first started watching Canopy Growth, they were literally a over-the-counter stock. Now they're in public and they're almost worth 50, maybe 30, anywhere between 30 to $50 within like 2.5, 3 years. They're more of a Canadian base, and they do work with pharmaceuticals.
I've been actually watching them.
Canopy Growth?
Yeah.
Actually, it's another one that I've been watching for a long time that I've actually been thinking about buying stocks into as well, which is called because I was thinking about just going completely American, which was American Cannabis Company.
That's funny. I'm gonna tell you why. You know who sits on the board of that?
Who?
Bitch ass John Boehner, the old Speaker of the House. Now he's positioned to make $300 million off weed after he's been spending his entire career saying that it shouldn't be legal.
That's crazy.
But he retired, so like now it don't matter.
Right. But once motherfuckers be on to how much, how much you can capitalize off of the marijuana, I mean, that's going to be a big question too, because then people going to be not gearing toward the benefits. Like,
well, you got to think, people already know what you can capitalize off the marijuana. Because for instance, Colorado is doing very well.
Yeah.
Like they are doing very well down there. From schooling, from rebuilding, like they keep building. Like they're building new towns there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Colorado is doing very well. California is doing really well. Now, those states are pretty decent states, but then you got here Michigan, who's pretty much not doing great, economic wise.
Why?
They more of, like they said, they motor cities. So they more of like cars and stuff. People look at them as more of a car place and all that stuff. So y'all, what's up? I'm on the video.
Necessarily,
but their economy is not doing well in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Detroit,
it's so many other reasons why. Like Detroit is a clusterfuck of bad decisions.
It definitely fucking is, dog. Like, and for them to even be so close to Canada, like in literally 7 minutes and you're over at Windsor.
What Detroit failed to do is have some type of long-term growth plan. So like they rested on their laurels with having the big three there, but when you introduce more competition, obviously you can't just be the biggest player in the house. So you got all these other companies building these factories from internationally, like Toyota, Subaru, and all them building all these factories. How the fuck is America supposed to compete? Or they're gonna have to reduce the amount of factories or production facilities that have here, and then do production overseas to balance shit out. They never did that. You know what they did? They went into fucking mortgages.
I mean, and then you go over there and you see, like I've been to Detroit recently. When they did a cannabis cup there, the High Times Cannabis Cup was there in August. Very smooth event. Very, nice networking with people and getting to know people. But then, like, you just look at Detroit people and, like, the environment that they live in, it sucks, bro. It sucks. Like, you have to, like, there's so many different kind of abandoned buildings. And, like, it can be definitely, like, reconstructed. It's just that people don't take the time to do it. And, like, they so close to Canada. And you go over, well, we couldn't go over there because I got to get a passport first. But just like
For
looking
Canada?
over there, huh?
Canada?
Yeah, you need a passport to go to Canada.
Really?
No, you don't. You need a
Back
federal
in the day,
ID.
you didn't need one.
You need a passport to go to Canada. They changed it. They changed all the laws because you
Since
didn't need a
when?
passport.
That's
You
what I
didn't
said.
even need a passport to go to Jamaica, but now you just needed your birth certificate. They changed all that. You need a passport.
We'll get back to that. There's a treaty amongst the European nations and pretty much everybody that's part of the United Nations that if you go to a country and you have like a real ID, a federal ID, you can stay there as long as you don't stay past 90 days. The only purpose
that could be the case, but you still, how you gonna get into there?
a federal ID.
No, you gotta have a passport. Unless you are going abroad. But I even think when you're going abroad, you need, like for school, for abroad, I think you still need a passport.
I went to Canada, I ain't have to have a passport.
My auntie Glory went to Canada and she did.
That's what I said. Back in the day when we
Like,
were younger.
Yeah, because I remember because we were going to go from California to Mexico and we didn't have to have a passport. You just needed a birth certificate, but they changed it.
Okay. I can figure out that they might have.
Unless it changed with dipshit of the president, like removing us from NATO and
I think that shit had to change back when like Bush was in office.
It probably did because
I think, yeah, you need a passport.
I'll figure it out. Okay, we're getting off topic.
Okay.
So the weed culture, I get all of the cultural benefits, and historically I did research on it, and it was always a push to negatively associate marijuana only because the overall benefit outshined tobacco. And in our country, tobacco was like cash cow besides cotton. So they actively suppressed the research on weed in order to like vilify it and make it a bad, product.
Right.
We know that it's not.
We do know that it's not. For years, we were always told that it was a gateway drug.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they also label it as Schedule 1 narcotics. Schedule 1 narcotics are things that have the ability to cause addiction.
Exactly. And they do have marijuana because I'm taking
Why
I'm doing my minor.
Well, hold on. She got okay.
I'm doing my minor in addiction studies, and marijuana is up there. It does fall under the Schedule 1. They do label it.
That's a false classification.
Yeah.
And if we go by that classification, tobacco should hit that list too.
Exactly.
I totally agree because tobacco is probably like the #1 killer.
Exactly.
And more addictive.
But
and
not even just that, alcohol. You got to. Alcohol is another one.
And then not only that, I mean, we got to stop trying to put marijuana and tobacco in the same senses because tobacco doesn't give off the benefits that marijuana give off. I mean, whether it's CBD or the THC, I mean, it doesn't hinder you and hurt you like tobacco does.
Personal opinion, not the store-bought tobacco, but actually grown tobacco. It's been proven with Native Americans that it has a long-term health benefit.
Okay. But which could be cool. Which could, like you said, natural tobacco. But nowadays,
it's all manufactured process and shit added to it. So yeah, it still should be added to the schedule. So
yes, I agree.
We talk about laws all day. So let's see some of your shit.
The highway, as in DA highway, which means like you doing it the highway. So I don't have it. This is a t-shirt. I actually started off with t-shirts. Originally, I have them in white, black, yellow, pink, blue, and purple. As you can see, I have like you're going up the road, the highway, for 420 the highway, but also you're taking, since a lot of people enjoy the effects, the euphoria part, I'll say the euphoria part of it, which is why I say also the highway. So this is one of my t-shirts.
What's the cost?
This shirt itself is a $20 shirt. It only has one design on it. If you do a t-shirt and it has 2 designs on it, then it's gonna be a $25 charge. But this shirt itself right now is $20, and this is the yellow version. We do, like I said, have them in pink, purple, blue. We also have white and black.
White.
Also, then I also started off with hoodies. It's a little warm for the hoodies now. As you can see, I have the Interstate High at 420 The Highway, which you can also follow at 420 The Highway on Instagram and Snapchat. But we also have these hoodies in white, black. We have blue, we have gold, we have orange, and we have green. The hoodies are $35 for one design, and if you get 2 designs, it's $40 for the design. And we do have them in variety of sizes that start off from small all the way to 4XL. Okay?
That's in the hoodie?
That's in the hoodie, as well as in the t-shirts as well. Okay, so this is a Somerset outfit that I have, female version, where we did, this is the front part of it. Well, like the t-shirt. Hold this for me, Keisha. So here's the top. It is a long sleeve, but it's a half halter top. This is a size medium, so it looks kind of small. But as you can see, we have the 420 The Highway sign with the man's going down the highway. And then this is the front part of it. And this is the back part.
So like juicy?
This outfit is, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
This outfit is $35 as well. Okay. So I do have Somersets for guys as well. Here's one of the designs as well. You can see the man going down the highway. He's going 420 down the highway. And then, oh, the top is in there. It is a top that I have to go with that as well. So it has on his 420 The Highway gear. 420 The Highway, and then same color, and it has like a little "I'm living the 420" on there. I thought I grabbed that. I also offer, which the men outfits are $40. So I do the men's for $40, and they also go from medium to 4XL. We do offer swimsuits as well. This is a plus size 2-piece bathing suit where we did kind of something fun.
Boobs. I see that.
And then the bottom part, the front part, but then on the back part you have, and it matches all together.
This is big ass. Big
This
girl.
swimsuit, we do plus size swimsuits for $30. So that's one of them. So I'll show you again.
20 you said?
No, the swimsuit is $30 for the plus size females. I also have another plus size swimsuit where it's like off the shoulder, kind of like with the strap. We did like the little 420 here.
You want to see some little pieces.
Here, and then it has like the little ruffle across the chest, and this is a 1-piece, and this one is also $30. Okay. Now for something for the smaller ladies, I do have 2-piece swimsuits as well. Here's one where it got, of course you probably can't see it too well, 420 The Highway across the front part, which is the chest, which is a 2-piece. And this will be considered the front part of it. And then this is what we have in the back.
All right.
Okay, which this swimsuit is $25. So if you're anywhere between the small and the extra large, those bathing suits are $25.
Small to what?
As well as I have a one piece as well. Super fun, super
what?
small to extra large. $25. Then I have a one piece where it has like the sides out.
Oh, that's actually dope.
And then very sexy. You can also have the zipper in the front. So if you want to have boobs out, or you cannot have boobs out.
Boobs.
Yes, I'm pretty sure men love boobs.
Look. I was in college, gay dude. Every time he got drunk, that's what he would do. Just touch all the girls' titties and shit. I'm like, yo, you supposed to be gay. What is going on? Oh, yeah.
With the boobs, and then, like I said, these as well come from small to extra large, $25.
All of them. Get to the customized.
Yeah, and eventually we will do customized.
Well, you kind of doing that anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of, but it's more of like our flavor. When we do more of customizing, it's more of people being able to tell us, like, I would like it like this, I would like it like that. You know what I'm saying? Can I get this design? Can I get that design? And, you know, customizing like that. More of what we're doing now is just taking outfits, we're making them how we feel, and we post them. I don't have a website yet. I am coming with a website soon. But you can check it up on Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And some of the other things that we offer as well. And stuff. Majority of, like I said, majority of the stuff range from starting off at $20 to $45. Which is the $45 are the men outfits, and we do females for $35. What else I was gonna say? We are getting ready to implement coffee mugs, plates, a lot of other stuff. We also have, you know, candy as well for $4.20 the highway.
Like packages?
Like we just make candy bags for people and sell them, you know.
Do you have anything, I'm not putting this in, do you have anything that generates SKUs?
That generate skill?
Project, because that was the, are you starting to develop ideas for like your winter wear? I see you got the hoodie, but like what about?
Oh, actually, that we have coming for female as well as for male. If you can see, we have like the whole set.
That's actually, I like that.
For the fall.
And this is what we will be doing for the fall.
Okay.
I will also be offering hooded. No, the hooded hoodies as well. Like the zip up hoodies, I mean. We do have those as well. So pretty much we'll start releasing our fall collection around September.
So I'm gonna show you this. Boom. Last major topic is, what do you want the world to know? And I ask that question only because, you know, when you sell products and when you have a company and you become a brand, you have to be known. So the biggest question is, what is your why? Like, what is your overall objective in promoting the culture and selling this type of clothing? Or it could be anything. What's your why?
Actually, my why is I'm actually looking to expand more into the weed marijuana business itself, as far as like not just with my clothes, as far as being able to like move to a state that has it legal, or maybe if Wisconsin get it legal, you know, growing my own and starting my own bread, similar to like how cookies and runts are. Like, I want to be able to put my business out there, before, and before people be wondering like, what? I don't want people to wonder when they do start to get out there, and them like, what the hell is this? I want to be out in the field doing it and eventually get to where my dispensary can be. I want to own my own dispensary, 420 the highway.
Also, I think the 420 goal will focus on, again, the benefits too that CBD or THC provides as a whole culture to people.
I want to get my clothes out.
The problem with that message is the people who it matters to already know all that shit. We just gotta be tough enough to fight the legislature.
And see, that's my thing. It's like I tell people, this marijuana stuff is more than just weed. It's a culture. It's a lifestyle. It's a
freedom of speech. It's the ability projected in your person to be whatever, do whatever the fuck you want to in your house.
And my goal is to be able to tell, like, yeah, I smoke weed, but at the same time, I was able to start this business. You know what I'm saying? And take this business to where I need it to go. Like I said, I eventually want to be able to medicate people. Offer medicine to people, help people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know so many people that have, like, all different kind of things wrong with them, from anxiety to depression to, you know what I'm saying, just can't sleep, and it helps them. So I basically want to do that, like, get out here, you know what I'm saying, and represent what this is about. It's a movement. Just like how you got the Black Lives Matter, the weed culture itself is it's a movement. We've been fighting this for years. You know what I'm saying? It's about time to have people express themselves. Like, and also, like, people who buy it is somewhat affiliated with it, whether it's, business-wise or for personal use. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, people aren't violent off of this. People aren't out here robbing off of this. People aren't out here stealing off of this. People aren't out here, trying to talk people into doing this or doing that, and it's not killing them. You know what I'm saying? And people need to know that.
Have you ever watched Jesus and Mero?
No, I haven't, but I need to watch it. What is it about? Tell me about it.
They're just two dudes from Brooklyn, and they're fucking hilarious. Like,
what's their name? You definitely got to send me the name so I could go watch them. I like watching
Jesus and Mero. Okay. Like, they take clips from the internet and, like, talk shit about it, or they take news topics and talk shit about it. But they're fucking hilarious. So at the end of their, like, interviews with whoever it is, they say, everybody everywhere in New York got neon signs. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say that. Right. I'm gonna say, what would your tagline be? I already got 420 the highway, but what would be your tagline for, I guess, a catalyst for weed culture movement? So you have to think of it right now. But I think so. How marketing works is that you have to get people energized, and you have to transform them into people observing markets,
right?
That's gonna get up and go buy or do something. So
right,
those taglines that I'm trying to, like, get people to think about is what's gonna make a motherfucker get off the couch and go and, like, go to their representatives and say this shit needs to change. And motivate people to take action.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I've been working on with more of my marketing scheme. Because, like, also, I'm going to, once you're done editing this, let me know, because I can put it on my YouTube channel.
No, I told you I'm gonna do that.
Yep, because I have my YouTube channel, and I would definitely like to put this on my YouTube channel, because I think this is a very good discussion. And this is something that needs to be talked about a lot more.
Yeah, I got 3 other interviews to do.
that will tell you you should do this. You need to do it like this. It's got to be done like this. Because if you don't do it like this, it's going to be done like that. And I get it. But I make the decisions on what's going on here with this company. You know what I'm saying? You can help me and address your opinion to what you think that could happen or be done differently. But
so
I shouldn't have to do
delivery
it.
need to be better.
Huh?
People's delivery need to be better, and that's one of the problems that we do have in general as a Black community and society. It's like you forget what it was like to be in another person's shoes. So like, I know what it is to be an 18, 19-year-old. That shit sucked. You can't do shit. You feel like you finally grown, but you not, because you can't go drinking shit. Like, it's just...
You can't even buy cigarettes no more at 18.
Oh, my God. So, like, that... I know what it feels like to do that, so I know not to say, this is what you're supposed to do. You give suggestions. They take it or they not. But to try to stuff it down somebody's throat or say you should do it this way, it's never going to take. Never. And I don't know why parents still do that shit.
I agree with that.
Allow your kids to have some kind of coping mechanism, some avenue to challenge what you say.
That's what, you know what? That's why. But that's what I do with Elijah and them. Like, Elijah's 15, so he's old enough to tell me what he want to do and what he don't want to do, and I listen. Because at the end of the day, you can't make kids do things they don't want to do. Like, they're not going to enjoy it.
Fair, but I think the bigger thing, I think it's almost about to cut off. But the bigger thing is that when you teach people coping mechanisms and when you allow them to have that open dialogue with you, they won't hide shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason. If I can come tell my parents something without fear of repercussion, it's so much easier for me to go and talk to them. And I think people and Black community impose so much fear on their children that they're scared to have those conversations, even if sensitive or if you feel like you fucked up.
People don't realize how emotional and mental abuse work. We normalize things that our parents did. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't necessarily right. Mm-hmm. Like, whether it straightened us up or whether it whatever, didn't make it right, because now a lot of people grew up to have issues thinking, and they're doing the same things to their kids, mm-hmm. and it's not correct. They're not looking at, well, this is how I turned out. And a lot of people turn out angry, sad.
Fucked up, don't know why they fucking mad. Everybody's out to get me. Look, the world is tough. Ain't nobody said this shit was gonna be easy.
And you know, I know this.
One person growing up saying, you know what, when you get older, shit's gonna be great.
Exactly. Exactly.
And we wasn't really bad kids, but at the end of the day, I had a mother who was an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even though she was an alcoholic, she still handled her shit.
I was gonna say, from the outside looking in, it was quite hilarious. Sorry.
Why you?
I love Debbie, but she always used to
say that. Oh,
she used to come. She always said she was gonna kill me, Shamika. What do you mean? All the time. Legit. I'm trained to kill. I go up there and like, whoa! I'm 16, lady. Mm-hmm. But no, I love Debbie. Like, I love her. And it wasn't like, I don't think it was like intentionally be like mean or something. It was just like, that was her personality. It was never anything like the next day I could come over to your house and chill. Like, it was but later on that day, she coming to talk shit.
Facts. It got to the point to where I even stopped buying alcohol. Then you got freaking Auntie Gloria, who I love her, but you know how Auntie Gloria is.
She needs to stop reading the Bible so goddamn much. It's like a Muslim reading Quran all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't got time for all that. We can just be another conversation. I'm actually about to come down.
But what I'm saying is,
hour and 15 minutes. But the whole full circle thing is with all these problems and anxieties and all the shit that we keep talking about, like even if you look at like how people use certain things as coping mechanisms.
Exactly.
Weed actually helps with all that. Your anxiety goes down, your attitude, you're relaxed. It doesn't fix the problem, but it helps. And
it helps you navigate.
Like for instance,
the other part, people need to go to therapy or have somebody that they can talk to and vent these or try to help resolve
That's
what
a great
example. Going on.
I totally agree because
and this is what I have to like explain to people, and because I'm a genius, right? I own it, but people get so mad about that shit because they think that I shouldn't say that because it makes other people feel inferior. But look what you're telling me, right? You're telling me that I have to reduce myself to make everybody else feel better.
Exactly. And it's
like, if I'm a good singer and I'm a singer, guess what? Exactly. I'm a fucking singer. Ain't nobody gonna question that.
Exactly.
But if I express my intellect, people's like, oh, well, you can't say that. That Auntie Roz told me.
Understand that you have to sit at the table with people who share like-minded perspectives and visions because you're running to that wall.
But still,
exactly.
But one thing about people don't, Lonnie is very, one thing you don't know about this guy here, I've been knowing this guy since I was how old, Lonnie? I don't even fucking know.
We got over there in the early 90s, so.
Kids. We've been knowing each other since we were fucking kids. This motherfucker here is very sarcastic. Here.
Like, sarcastic, but look, the whole thing is no matter what you are, you always gonna know where I stand.
That's true.
You know where I stand, so there's no question. There's none. I'm gonna say what I feel, but that's my opinion. So if you get mad, you're only validating my opinion.
Well, you know what? It's nowadays so many people don't know how to. If you give your opinion, they can't accept it. They have to rebut it. It have to be a rebuttal.
And in this world, people can accept the decline. That's the whole thing. Like even with opinions or if it's not factual opinion, it's something that you can argue. You can't argue something that's factual.
But like he said, say what you told me yesterday.
Ooh, I was gonna get her.
Give me that. Look,
tell me what you and you're correct. Tell me what you told me yesterday.
I hate when people say that too. So the reason I was gonna wait for her. Look, there's no such thing as facts. None. And people always go with the whole factual thing. There's nothing. So look, only thing that's a fact that's 100% accurate is something happened. Everybody else interprets. But that doesn't make what you saw or Shamika saw less valid.
Right.
It's just interpreting the same situation different.
Perception.
So nothing is factual. Nothing. But people always run around facts.
Version,
now, you're not winning the fucking argument. You're stating your opinion. And I don't give a fuck about your opinion because you don't give a fuck about mine.
Right.
So, yeah.
You were. I was just gonna say, and then looking back at that, you're 100% correct because at the end of the day, those facts always have to be looked up at what somebody else said and what that person said, and then it's always gonna be bingo. So it's basically like saying
you have to do the research, you have to do all the background. So if you have to do all that to obtain a fact or to have something appear factual. In research, you gotta fucking accumulate everything and do witness interviews, and you have to put a lot into it. So people just I saw this on fucking Facebook, and that's a fact. Right. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
And then a lot of things is people they don't read. They don't click the link to read. They just go by what the goddamn caption say, and the caption is misleading.
Exactly.
As fuck. For instance, Kanye West, the president. This shit has by far been blowing me. First off, all he